So, everyone, it's time for Horimiya episode 1. Then first impression here, the reaction, review it, and so on. As a rom-com. Saw some rom-com yesterday. Bottom tier character. That I liked. I liked the bottom tier character. I'm probably also gonna enjoy bottom tier character more than Tonikaku, right? Last Friday's rom-com. I did like Tonikaku too, of course. It's a fun anime and very wholesome, right? But bottom tier I feel has a more interesting development, probably, even though it's cliche. Like, it's like the loser nerd guy, right? Meets the cutest, hottest girl at school, but she's also a nerd in secret, right? And she's like, I have to make the nerd boy, because I like the bottom tier character. Yeah, like she's basically, in love with his gamer persona, right? He's like, he's the best gamer at Smash. He's like, I want to date the best Smash guy, right? But he's a loser, right? In real life, she's like, I have to make him a proper man, so I can have a proper man. So obviously she's gonna fall for him in the end. But anyway, so I liked the character. That was a really good episode 1. One of the stronger, I think, first episodes so far this season. Even though, of course, I'm ignoring all the sequels, Black Clover, and the problems now. I'm talking about purely new animes here. So I like rom-coms, right? I always say this thing, but I think for me, anime was never, shonen, we're gonna fight and so on, because certainly I grew up on like Star Singer and Dragon Ball and stuff, right? But one anime is very dear to my heart that I always talk about, right? The horror animes, the original horror anime. It's like almost no one has seen, but it's a real, true, like first horror anime is Tenshi Muyo, right? And if you want to watch like the first alien girl forced you to be her wife, kind of marriage kind of thing, then it's Space Invader Loom, right? Which was from the 80s studio, which is basically 02, 30 years before starting it from. Basically, yeah, crazy girl, I'm your wife now, that kind of thing, right? And so on, to loveu and so on, that kind of storyline. But Tenshi Muyo has the two, right? Where he has a harem and it's alien girls, and they're sexy and they are demon. Rocky isn't a demon, she's an alien, but they call her demon, right? Like demon princess or demon pirate, but she's an alien actually. She's not a demon, and so on, right? But you know what I mean. So for me, it's always been like I've always been a big fan of the whole idea, of rom-com, right, and the drama and comedy. I think anime has always done it very well. So, but anyway, so here then is an anime where it's gonna be better. I mean, I am absolutely gonna compare Horimiya now then to, of course, then bottom the character, right? And yesterday, I think they're both the two, probably the two, 1 and 2 rom-com this season, right? I mean, there's gonna be a lot of comparisons, probably, like what's the best one and so on. I probably watch them both anyway. I mean, you can also drop, of course, the Dungeon Only for Me anime also had yesterday with the ecchi anime. But that's like, I mean, sure, here's like a relationship, but that's more like an ecchi, almost hen anime, right? Where he's like, I gotta touch them up high to get power ups. Yeah, that's completely as. It's not really rom-com, it's more like, it's more ecchi, fan service anime. Very, very different. But here instead, as I mentioned in my preview live stream last week, this anime here, of course, mostly reminds me of, I haven't seen the manga, but I mean, from the premise-wise, Super Children, right? Which is one of the first animes I actually ever reacted to, and I love Super Children. So again, if you go back, populate it up on my channel. Super Children, I think, is really good, right? Basically, it's like all these different couples, and it's like a short anime, and they have like 2-3 dates for different couples, right, per episode, or some other interactions and so on. So I love that. It's a really good anime, and again, spoilers, but my favorite scene in Super Children, I said before I watched the episode here, it's just the perfect scene where the guy doesn't know he's dating this girl. It's just a good scene. It's just a good scene. So I mean, yeah, Super Children is like 20 different couples, right? Something like that, more probably. It's more than 20 characters, yeah. It's like a lot of characters. And but one couple then, it's like comedy, it's like a Kansai comedy couple. He doesn't know it's his girlfriend because she asked him out, and he's like, it's like a joke or something. So he thought he was joking to him. So he said yes because he likes her, But he actually does love her, of course, but doesn't understand they're dating. So she's angry at him because they have been dating for like a year, but they haven't kissed yet, right? He's like, why haven't you kissed me yet? He's like, what? Well, I kissed you, my best friend. Like, no, we were dating for like a year. We're dating? So anyway, that's Super Children. I recommend it, wholeheartedly love that anime. That scene is so goddamn good. He's like, I've been your girlfriend for a year, man. But you never touched me before. And he's like, what? You're my girlfriend? You're my best friend? and of course, and then the anger hates him, but of course, he actually is love. Of course, this guy's in love with her, right, for years, right? So he's like, what? I have a girlfriend? He's like, oh, amazing. Or actually, what? She left me now? So damn, yeah, that's. Oh, I spoiled too much. And of course, the immortal charm with the trickster. Oh man, Sudoku is so damn good. This is one of the characters too. I love it so much with this I wanna spoil it, goddamn it. That is so good with this one scene, you know, with this like guy, right? He has a very cute, kind of quirky girlfriend, and she's always like making fun of his sister, right? He has this like super protective emotion, like "Don't touch my Oni-chan." He's always like, "Oh, but your Oni-chan has given me a baby." She's almost like pretending to be pregnant. Oh, it's so goddamn good to children. So anyway, that's what I'm hoping here from Horiyama, right? Because the premise here seems similar, right? They have a lot of couples. And it's based on a 4-panel, I think first like a 4-panel comedy web series in the beginning, right? Which means that it is like Studio Children, it's more about, you know, quick jokes, slapstick, right? And the next scene. So 4-panel comedy, right? Or 4-panel manga. But you only have 4 panels. It's in the name, right? Yeah, but basically it's 4 panels, and because of that reason, those mangas, and especially animes, get very like quick, right? Because it's like, you know, punchline, joke, you know, they're very much like, you know, introduce the problem, resolve, you know, and kiss, or, you know, punch or slap, or they kind of like that, right? So they become very quick, become very rapid in the comedy, right? So you see it in it's a typical way you see how they do those mangas. So I expect definitely anime to be very rom-com-y, probably very cliche, I suppose. Because the thing is that, of course, being like a 4-panel, I know this manga is based on a manga, but the manga is based on a 4-panel. So yeah, no, it's like adoption, right? But anyway, I think we're gonna watch it. But it's like one thing though, I think it's fine. Like I said yesterday, got the character. I think it's fine that it's cliche and so on, right? Especially rom-coms, because it's the same thing in Western movies and so on. Like Hollywood, the rom-coms are very, very cliche, right? They're based on tropes. You have the cute girl next door and so on, right? Yeah, they have that tropes going, right? But especially, I think that in this 4-panel comedy manga stuff, they have to be quite cliche, right? Because they have to be like, you know, do this thing, bam, slap, you know, do, kiss. They have to be very bam, bam, bam. So they have to be quite, they have to do the characters built on tropes, right? So people can immediately understand what is happening, what is relationship, and so on. So I think that's a big thing why they usually get even more kind of like using tropes and so on in these kind of animes, because they have to. The comedy is usually kind of rapid, right? And or the romance or whatever. But anyway, let's start watching. I'm interested. 3, 2, 1, and go. So first person here. But this is my guess at least, right? It has to be probably be like a bam, bam, bam. Because yeah, so like I said yesterday with bottom tier character. Bottom tier character, I liked it a lot, right? But it's very cliche. Obviously, the cute girl is gonna be the secret best gamer, and she's gonna fall in love with him, and you know, they have to be kind of that, because it's similar in that anime too. So Suda is doing the sensei here now. That sounds like Suda a lot. Definitely Suda. But man, yes, yeah, that was 2 years ago. We watched Hatakuru Cyber Black, and he's doing the smoking narrator. It's like, oh yeah, of course. But it's definitely Suda, right? It's a lot like Kenji Suda. Of course, she's in a school because it's rom-com and mostly, you know, yeah, relationship. Someone's probably gonna date Sensei, right? See? She's probably gonna... Ooh, interesting. It's gonna be the Sensei. It's going Sensei route. I love flat justice! What? He's a weirdo. Some kind of hen Sensei, yeah. It's like, what? Oh, here we go. And a guy from another school. He also likes flat girls. Oh, I get it. Ah, what a loser! Ah, come on! You're scary! She's very flat, yeah. At least guy at least asks them out directly, so I guess he's like, ugh. Oh, she hates everyone. This guy needs to ask, okay, that's for date, but here, come on. Oh, here we go. This is gonna be a love interest, probably. Yeah. This guy with the phone here. Look at this guy. The nerd guy. Yeah, look like a nerd. That's her real love interest there. He's like, look at his figure! Oh, I love this guy. This guy clearly the best character. This guy is like, look at my creepy wife figure! This guy got it. This guy, a 2D man. She might be an otaku too, though. For anime, right? She has to run home to watch anime. No. She wants to watch anime. Come on, she's gonna go home to watch anime. She's gonna go home because she's late for anime. She's like, I need to go home fast, man. Cleaning, okay. This must be something nerdy. Okay, so vacuum cleaning sound. It's a family caretaker. Okay, she's all into her, Ototo. Därför she's found Ototo. She's that's her true love interest, her brother. I get it now. Now it's anime. She's like, I gotta go to Ototo. No, but the nerd guy is probably gonna be her. So that's probably the nerd guy, right? Look at him. That's probably the nerd guy in his real That's probably the otaku in his real form, right? Yeah, he goes all like bad boy out of school. I feel that's probably him in like his real form. I don't think here. Let's see here. Yeah, the opening might give some keys away here. I don't know, but obviously the bad boy there, the delinquent boy, he looked at her. Come on, the opening's probably gonna be him now, next thing, right? So I'm gonna be right? It's gonna be him Noah. Probably. But at least he's gonna have some kind of ship with the nerd guy. That seems to be pretty clear, right? Like he's there open too. Even though she's flat though. Even though she's flat, yeah. Yeah, they just stayed there. Who's gonna love Sensei though? He said that. I like fat girls. Who's gonna be Sensei's lover though? Someone need to go for the the Sensei, right? But yeah, I mean, one anime I think is one of the best as ever. Right, is Arubaru, Savage Ghost in seasons. Yeah, Arubaru, Damo. Yeah, that anime is so good. That anime is Sensei action. That anime is weird, but my God, that is one of the best animes ever. Like that might be my. No, I think my favorite rom-com is probably Kaguya-sama of all time, I guess. But no, that's up to those two, yeah. And then of course Kimi no Todoke. But Kimi no Todoke is I mean, Kimi no Todoke has comedy, but it's mostly a drama, right? It's romance drama. Kimi no Todoke isn't very funny. It's more like wholesome, more like comedy. Not really comedic, right? It's more like sadness and wholesomeness. Oh my God, it's bleeding! There's a bad boy there. Look at the bad boy. Clearly, because he has a bracelet there. Look at this. Exactly. Come on, it's gonna be Otaku. Okay, this is how he meets a bad boy. But it's gonna be him. Come on, looks. He clearly recognizes her. It has to be him. He's like Oni-chan. But man, even this is very not popular in Japan, right? This guy is clearly a bad boy, so kind of. I mean, he has like piercing and he has the whole, chain thing. This guy, he won't be allowed in the Japanese house, right? Look at him. He's incredibly non-Japanese. Not popular in Japan, I guess. I mean, Japanese culture to have, tattoos and piercing and so. This guy is a kind of Yakuza or Yaki or he's something, at least a Yankee, right? This guy is clearly a delinquent. No, but seriously, it's incredibly uncommon to find someone with piercing in Japan, especially with this kind of, chain piercing. That's like super rare in Japan, right? I guess he thinks she. Yeah, I guess he thinks she's gonna recognize him. Yeah, it's me. Don't you recognize me? I look exactly the same. Like, Nani! Come on, go to see him. I mean. It's rom-com, right? I mean, it's cliché. It can't be the same person. But now she's like, what, you're the same? Yeah, you couldn't even see the course. That was kind of funny though, how he is like, what, don't you recognize me? I look exactly the same. Like, what? So this guy, not very bright, I guess. He's like, no, of course. But man, she's flat though. The poor goddess body form. Not me, I don't love you, my brother loves you. Man, but he's clearly gonna, smash her because her weakness is her Toto, right? she's clearly, you know, obsessed with her brother, right? That's her thing, right? And this guy now is friends with her brother, right? So this is the way to smash her. Clearly, he's getting through the brother. That's the ultimate pathway here. Still looks like some kind of delinquent. I don't know. Yeah, it was awkward and freaked me out when I realized he was a kind of weird delinquent. It's like, well, I mean, she's basically like a home. You're not the same at all. She's like, well, I'm also different at the school. Well, yeah, but you run home to clean and make food for your brother and your family. Like that's like a not to be really like, oh, I'm hiding from my friends that I am like I take care of my family. It's like, okay, he's like some kind of weird delinquent. That's like a very big difference. That's like a massive difference. Okay, so I explain to her maybe why he's doing all this. Well, I was surprised, of course, that he can't have it at school. That's not allowed in Japanese schools, right? More or less, right? Yeah, you can't. I would say it depends on the school, but probably almost no school in Japan would allow you. Okay, he's not a manga, or okay, he doesn't have a figure. Have a cake shop? Oh, didn't miss that probably, yeah. And he's a bad student too. He just looks like a nerd, but he's a crappy student. Oh my god, Hori-san, you're amazing! Well, I was surprised because he's a delinquent. He has a delinquent appearance. He's a fake nerd in school, right? He's like actually a delinquent, right? Of course, he has a bad grades. So it's gonna be a good grader. Oh, and she has to make money. She's like looking at the sales, right? Classic. She's super into being a mom, right? Ultimate Onesha mode. She's like, I gotta buy food and so on. He's pretty pretty, I guess. I mean, he's like a pretty guy, right? Very bishonen man. It's kind of like the goody two-shoe girl with the bad boy in a way, but it's like a nice, you know, pretty bad boy. I guess she's really poor, I guess. No, I mean, she's just being economically. I shouldn't say that, but I guess she's being effective with her time. He's also probably in bad shape, right? If he's like a guy that's also in bad shape. I don't know, maybe I'm judging him here. Maybe he's super hot and muscular under his like, oh yeah, maybe he's like super muscular. I mean, at least he gets over that, right? So, oh, love romance. So, no, this goes to be, wow, that guy is that hot? Oh, no. Exactly. Now she's gonna be like, what? He's attractive? Here we go, little, I mean, you know, it's a rom-com, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's some kind of love triangle drama, right, eventually, you know. But I'm surprised how athletic he is. Because he looks like some kind of gloomy, as I said, some kind of gloomy nerd guy, right? That girl in your class, you know? Oh. She's gonna feel netted now. You talk to my friend being all attractive? No. I feel she's getting all like, don't talk to all the girls when I'm not there. Yeah, it's like, that's kind of weird to me. Yeah, it's like, exactly. You're my boyfriend, right? Kinda. Ooh, exactly. Like, don't show your pretty bishonen face to other girls. No, you're. It's kind of like she has this, you know, boyfriend that's, I don't say ugly, but he's gloomy and he looks lame, right? At school, but he's actually super attractive. So she's like, don't show the other girls how attractive you are. You're my secret, right? And this guy is like, you're an amazing housewife or something. Yeah, he's like, yeah, and don't tell anyone I'm an amazing housewife you are. You don't care about your hair and so on. She's like, yeah, I don't want to tell people that either. That was good. I don't tell them about, no, I don't want them to know that His brother doesn't care. It's like, yeah, okay. He is dumb, definitely. He's a doofus. Oh, here we go. The girl is calling him baka 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 baka. Now it's a rom-com and she's like baka baka. Baka baka baka. I suppose. Maybe they're a robot. Oh, here we go. Kawaii. We have a secret life at yeah, we have a secret life at home. So they're kinda dating now, I guess? Kinda? I mean, he basically liked her, right? So, I don't know. I mean, it's anime. He might have said that he loves her or whatever, it doesn't matter. Perhaps in anime. It's too much piercing. Yeah, exactly. It's too much. He has to hide all his stuff, right? Tattoos is the ones who say that. Of course. And she's like, what a bad boy I'm dating! Yeah, you know what is crazy bad boy I am. It's too. So of course he has. Oh, you got away from it, I guess. For okay, optional swimming. Lucky. So but that's a big tattoos. Yeah, that's like a lot of tattoos though. Yeah, like, are they dating? They seem to be hanging out all the time together. This guy's like, what? He's my rival? Yeah, I want to date here. Goddamn Hori-san, so cute. Ah, here we go. It's gonna challenge him. Maybe. I don't know, but he's clearly he likes her. I mean, she's a sweet housewife kind of woman, right? Who's like her, right? Yeah, it's like you like her, you know, date her. There we go, dating Hori-san. No. Yeah, you're nothing I like. He's a kind of delinquent guy. Yeah. He's a kind of fake nerd delinquent guy after all. It's like. Ooh, man. Nice, he just confronts him. Really? I was just asking. What? Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's pretty stupid. I'm just guessing, I don't know. I didn't think I wasn't serious. I didn't know, I'm sorry, man. Like, what is wrong with this man? Oh, a new character. Oh. This is a Genki character. Yeah, this is definitely this green-haired guy, Genki. He feels like a Genki character. He feels very Genki. He's like, hey guys! Yeah, he feels like, I mean, I'm throwing out there. He feels very Genki immediately. He's like, whoa, what's happening? Yeah, come on, PE guys, we gotta trade. Yeah, that guy felt Genki to me immediately. But anyway, that was nice. What, you actually like? I was joking with you. Like, what? The only person to see me without my clothes is Hori-san. What? Okay, he's got some tattoos then. What's the thing then? Okay, what's he gonna see? Well, I mean, he has a lot of tattoos, right? The tribal. And again, in Japan, right, having tattoos is a no-no, right? Then you're some kind of, part of the family. Yeah, with the bathroom, onsen rules, and that, that's. Yeah, it's very. I'm not otaku. Man, he's also gonna be like, man, he's pretty thinking about it. He's gonna be like, he's very pretty after all, man. This guy is a freaking Bishona, man. He's realizing how pretty he is. He might swing that way. That's how it's gonna go with romance now. He also wants him now. There we go. He's gonna go the boy love route, I see. No, I don't. He seems to be quite stupid though. It's like, why did you get the piercing? I did it because I was spare at the moment. Like, no. Doesn't seem the big guy that really thinks things through, right? He's like, I did it because reasons. Okay, maybe he lied then. Okay. Nah, I don't know. Well, he's basically dating already. He doesn't know it. I feel this is very anime. He's like, we use best friends. We're not dating, even though I spend all my time with her after school and so on. And she makes food for me, and we hang out together, and we go to like the movie. We do, but we're not dating. Like, there might be a romance going on there. I don't know. I mean, they go to sing karaoke together, right? I mean, they have something going on at least. I mean, he did invite her to go and sing with him, and she said yes. I mean, karaoke is quite common in Japan, but still, she did say yes, right, to go out with him, kind of as a group. So there's some kind of potential romance, right? Can do it now? Oh, interesting. It's gonna interesting. It's gonna do it directly here. I thought he was gonna wait, but no, he's gonna just like ask her out. Ooh, man, this guy's kind of wingman. That's like, don't you worry, yeah, I'll take care of your Toto. Interesting. He's definitely not trying to. I mean, indirectly, he's winning the girl anyway because he's like, you know, getting the brother, and she's a, you know, Toto lover kind of character, right? So she's gonna care about that more probably in the end. So he's probably still, yeah, like he's doing the, you know, taking care of the brother, right? So he's gonna win come on, he's gonna win. Yeah, definitely. But she's clearly gonna turn him down because he knows this is her guy, right? Come on. She's not gonna take the other guy. He basically leaves with her. They're basically already a couple. He's like, they're basically already married. He's like, you know, they have a family already, basically. Oh, he's gonna be angry at him. He's gonna kind of backa. He's gonna be angry at him. What? Is he as nice to you? Good. Well, that means she clearly kind of pick him, right? Obviously. Unless he heard the feast a lot, but I don't know. But he's a gloomy guy, though, so I don't know. She doesn't think that. He's just a negative guy, and she knows he's negative. He's a pessimist, come on. It's like he's gloomy. He's just a gloomy guy, so come on, he's a pessimistic. He doesn't think he has a chance with her, right? But I mean, she knows him, so I feel she's gonna understand that because she knows he's a gloomy guy, so. It's some weird love thing. It's like, you know, I want to protect your reputation. There we go. And that's anger. Cry to anger! Baka! Exactly. And it's like, I'm gonna show you. You will be my boyfriend. There we go. They're clearly made for each other, I guess. Yeah, of course he did. He's a sweet guy though. Stop trying to make me do some more on your internet areas. Like, exactly, why don't you date him then? It's like, he's cute, but I don't think we're gonna happen. He's internet around. He wants to get net around. Come on, he's all like, but he's really attractive though. He's a funny guy. You should date him. I don't know if he would love me. It's like, why don't you date him? I mean, he's really attractive. I want it, but I don't think he likes me that way. It's like, come on. Oh, but she was, of course, gonna turn all the guy down. And he used to be angry instead, as he didn't want to. But I mean, come on. She knows that her boyfriend, basically her husband, she knows that he's such a gloomy, pessimistic guy, right? He's gonna be like, oh, she would never love me. Come on, she knows that. What do you expect from him? He's not gonna defend himself, his honor. He's gonna be like, yeah, whatever, take my girlfriend, okay. I can never see fan genius on this anime, people being like, girls are good at nether. It's gonna be pretty easy with the main character being all like, oh, I want the nether, so. Cake together and so on. They did a nice ending, kind of clothes falling on her and kind of weird doll. I think she's gonna sleep now. Yeah, more than one face. Oh, more here. Oh, he's couldn't sleep. So they're like best friends now. I don't know. He's like, he's all trusted. The poor guy. He's all like heartbroken. So I guess they're like friends. It's like, you're such a sweet guy. She's like, maybe he does love him. What do they couple now? So yeah, she's like, I think he might be into him. Yeah, like she's like, I don't really trust that he told me that he's not into boy love. Of course, he's like, wait a minute. I think he actually is into it. Yeah. That was a good rom-com, definitely. But as I said earlier, right, in my long, that was a long opening introduction there. How would I say it? This is what you get with rom-coms, though, right? But I think that's just how it is, right? I said yesterday too with again the most of the character. For me, at least, as a viewer, reactor, everything in between, right? It's easier for me, I feel honestly, with these animes to kind of see through my kind of not carry. No, but I think the genre is just how the genre is. You just have to accept that, right? Because when I watch other animes, I shouldn't say anime. Actually, when I watch other stuff, right? It can be anything. It can be action, right? Drama, give a point, anything else. I think this in most other animes or whatever, right? And you kind of like, nah, this is like plot here isn't that strong, or the drama here isn't good, and so on. Right? For example, if you watch a typical shonen anime, right, something like One Piece or whatever, right, and you'd be like, why would he betray him? Doesn't make any sense. Like in those kind of animes, you expect it to be, of course, One Piece is amazing, but I mean, if One Piece had like a really weird betrayal, suddenly Zoro kills Luffy, I'd be like, what? None, like they're the best romance ever, right? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. And you would be like, this would be like a massive plot hole, right? It wouldn't make any sense if it happens. But if you watch something like I don't know, something crazy, Panty and Stocking something, and even if they're sisters and they're kind of like best, they hate each other, yeah. If Panty betrayed Stocking or vice versa, I wouldn't be surprised. I'd be like, yeah, they're sisters, but they also kind of hate each other sometime, and they do actually betray each other. In one episode when they come to the androids, so yeah, in the Transformer episode they do betray each other. They have a war and so on. So yeah, that's what I mean. That kind of anime, I'm like, yeah, they're fighting and so on. But even if they're like best friend sisters, they also hate each other every second episode, right? So. You know what I mean? And also the anime is wacky, right? It's like live action, it's cartoon, it's in pantsuckers, and they have this scene is changed, and suddenly they're very attractive in anime form. So in that anime, I can kind of use, I can see the two best friends ever, kill each other, right? Because I'm like, well, this anime is crazy, so why not, right? It makes sense in its craziness, right? And then we get this kind of animes then, the rom-coms, right? I think in a similar way, it's like, it has to be said, but it feels like, as a review part here, for special, obviously, it's very cliché, the anime. Of course, this gloomy guy is an attractive shonen boy deep down. I mean, that is very, very, but that's what I mean too, because it's not just anime, right? If, for example, I've seen not a teen movie, right, which of course is a parody on she's not all that, and these typical American Pie and so on, and similar movies like that, right, from like the late 90s, early 2000s, I would say mostly in that time period. These kind of movies then, not the 90s movies, so on, and parodies and etc. Right? Those movies are built a lot around having like this, duck, right, the duck into the swan kind of girl, right, where you have a girl that clearly isn't ugly, but she has like a ponytail and and so on, right, and then you know, when she drops the ponytail and gets a little longer hair and, you know, gets a makeover, she's suddenly the hottest girl at school, right? And that kind of thing, like where any girl that is ugly at school is actually super attractive and has massive oppa and all stuff, right? But she just has, like, you know, clothes with like paint on them and so on. Yeah, it's that kind of rom-com storyline is incredibly common, right? And that's how the genre is, right? This is how the genre is. So when you watch this anime, I feel the same way, which is like, I'm definitely saying, man, this is so cliche. Like, of course, this gloomy, boring, mundane guy, this like nerd, yeah, this loser sucker guy, when he gets home, he's like super attractive, he's like perfect eyes, and his body's like all ripped and everything underneath. I'm just like, yeah, that probably wouldn't happen in reality, but in rom-com, of course, the ugly guy's actually super hot, right? It's just a thing, right? I mean, obviously in those movies, usually it's the opposite gender, right? It's usually from the boy perspective, finding, you know, the attractive duck girl, right? And here's that, you know, is a woman finding the duck boyfriend, right? And actually it's a swan, of course, underneath with tattoos and piercing, and you get my point right there. So it clearly is that story, right? The story is very much that classic cliche storyline of, you know, like popular person, in this case the girl, although it's usually the boy, right? Like the you know, the quarter, you know, back or whatever, dating, you know, the ugly girl, right? Here's that kind of opposite, right? It's like the hot popular girl dating the ugly boy, right? Kind of like, again, then yesterday bottom the character, right? Also then again the very attractive female picking up the boring ugly boy but making him pretty, right? So kind of the same thing, but of course the bottom the character in their style, the whole premise is based around he is ugly, right? And he's like unattractive, but he's gonna make him attractive, right? So that's that storyline, right? That's a whole premise. And here is that is like, no, he's like secretly super attractive. It's probably one of the most, I think, again, common tropes, right? He's like the hidden duckling, yeah. That storyline is definitely there, right? So, I mean, but I liked it. But that being said, though, I think that it's very important to have that mindset where, it's where I'm coming from, that when I watch these rom-coms, I'm just so into accepting, honestly, like, you know, not the ignorance of bliss, but I'm accepting that the belief. I'm accepting that this is how rom-coms are, right? You're gonna have the ugly guy or the ugly girl, but when they remove the glasses, they're pretty, right? You're gonna have this guy, and they're gonna have this, you know, best friend, and he's gonna be hot, and so on. I accept it, right? And of course, this is the guy who's gonna save her brother, and, you know, and so on. And it's also, like I saw immensely a lot last year with not just with the same female, was it? Yeah, with of course Sora, with of course Aqua in both of them, in Rent a Girlfriend, and of course also Kimi no blah blah blah, you know, Robin Julie anime, yeah, that anime. Both animes, right? Both with Sora Ayomi, the voice actor, her's the main girl, right? In both those animes, stars align too, right? That's also a massive thing for rom-coms in general, not just anime, but rom-coms in general, right? That of course her brother gets lost or gets hurt or whatever, right? And he's the guy, you know, the otaku loser guy. He's the guy to find her brother, right? And you have a point, so that's also, of course, what you have to accept, right? That obviously they live next door neighbors, or they happen to be roommates, or they happen to be in the same class. It's like yesterday with the character. Of course, that his, you know, hidden girlfriend, super hot girlfriend, actually is that no name, the secret Smash player he never met, happens to be his super attractive classmate that he loves, and, you know, and so kind of, you know, it's just how it is, right? Yeah, you have to kind of accept it too, right? So, but I think the anime is pretty good, but at the same time, just as I said before, as I said it probably because I felt that some minutes. Just as I said before I watched the episode in the opening there, I was like, well, it's probably gonna be very cliche, right? Very tropey. I'm probably gonna like it anyway because I like these tropes, and then we have to see, I think, next week and so on, we can go to that. Because now, yeah, it's a pretty good episode one, but it is honestly comfort food. It is exactly what I expect, basically, right? And then we have to see kind of where it goes from that, right? It might be that Tonikaku, like last year, where you watch Tonikaku, it's not groundbreaking in any way, but it's just wholesome and it's kind of fun, right? I mean, yeah, the Tonikaku, I wouldn't say was even, in my opinion, not even top 10 last year. Not even, I wouldn't say even close to 10 last year. But still like an enjoyable, you know, like 8 out of 10 anime. We sit there and be, oh, this is enjoyable. Yeah, it's like wholesome, you know, it's enjoyable. I laugh, it's cute, it's lovable, you know. You know, it's like, yeah, it's like, there's no groundbreaking, and there's no twists, right? There's no like philosophy, there's no like, you know, learning something new. But it's just like, this is nice. This is nice, you know. This is kind of anime, right? This feels like a very similar thing, where it's like, yeah, you know what you get, right? You know what you get, yeah. You can judge the book by its cover. You know what you get. I feel that's so far at least. But I might be very wrong. Maybe next week it's gonna be other stuff. But it seems so far to follow the formula to to adhere. Yeah. So we see next week if it's different, but it's probably going to introduce more characters and more romance and so on. Like the guy that liked her, that he probably gonna date her friend, right? The karaoke girl, yeah. I mean, she at least wants to go to with him. I say it again, but I think so. I mean, she was very into going with him in the beginning of the episode. That I almost thought they were dating. She was like, oh, karaoke, oh, I wanna go. Oh yeah, man, I wanna go now. Yeah, she was like, whoa, Hori wanna go with us? But this was so fun. She was like really into him. The first minute, like, man, she probably definitely likes him. Or she likes karaoke a lot. Or she really wants to sing. I mean, I guess that could be the thing too. That she's really into going and singing with him. That could be just the singing itself, I suppose. But she was really into going with him, right? So I think that's probably a romance going on there, right? And then we have that Genki gap here and so on. But anyway, I think it was pretty good. But I also felt, again, that it's very anime, right? Like, I get what I expect, right, honestly. But pretty nice. Anyway, now then, I don't think it's out yet, but I can see a quick click here. Next thing we're gonna watch for suppression and review and so on is it's out now, but I don't think it's out here. Which is this new original anime, which I thought was very interesting, which is from Bones, I believe. Hopefully I'm saying correct thing here now. I'm pretty sure it's from Bones, and it's this anime about like skaters or something like that, like extreme sport. I think it's interesting. It's a original anime. It's called like skate. Something was called again. Here it is. SK. So skate, right? I was kind of call it skate or SK or something like that. Because they're skaters, right? So it has to be skate, right? And yeah, that to me is a cool anime. Original anime, right? Usually better than normal animes because it's like a fast season. I guess they're mostly skateboarding, extreme sports. I don't know, it was interesting. They're downhill. It could be a really cool anime. It could be interesting anime. And it's original anime, so we don't know what to really expect, right? There's no, mangas, no gaming based on it, so we don't know what to expect. But Bones, of course. Bones, very famous, of course. Academia and so on. Bones, a very famous, well recognized, production company. So I think that that might be a really good anime. That's the next hit today, then, and I'm looking forward to see if it's good. I think probably gonna like it. I used to be, kind of skater boy a little bit. No, but a little bit of that in License as well. And of course, I think One Piece is back today as well. Yeah, so One Piece later. But I'm excited to see that. Yeah, and also last thing I say before we go again, I do think it's Boruto opening 8 tomorrow, and I missed out on Boruto opening 7 when that aired. I heard about it like a month later, and that opening is freaking the bomb. From Cybermaster. I'm a huge channel of course of the old Naruto and the Cybermaster and so on. So I was like, shit. So hopefully opening 8 is great. Probably is because all the openings in Boruto are very good. I haven't seen the anime since years ago, but I watch all the openings, of course, every now and then. Man, the openings are so good. So that's gonna be tomorrow too. Hopefully, I think it's open tomorrow. Opening 8, yeah, it's probably awesome. And then I won't watch the episode. I watch the opening. It's like this is what I'm here for, the opening. But anyway, so you guys soon with I'm just gonna call it skate. SK. I'm just gonna call it skate. Come on, it's a play on words. They want to call it skate, right? It's like a way to. I mean, S it probably stands for something. It's like super kids. It probably stands for something. SK, yeah, super or like extreme sports. It probably stands for something, But the K, what could the K stand for? Whatever, it probably has like an acronym, but still you get my point. Anyway, so you get that shortly from now.